Good morning, dear students. How are you doing? I hope everyone is doing well. Let us start our today's topic, the last topic of chapter 5. Yesterday we have completed 5.5. Today is 5.6. Symmetry in three-dimensional shapes. In grade 8, we have seen symmetry in two-dimensional shapes. Square, rhombus, trapezium, parallelogram, all two-dimensional shapes. We have seen line of symmetry. A line which divides the figure into two identical parts. That is called symmetrical line. In the same way, in three-dimensional shapes also, symmetry is possible. But here there is no line. Here we are going to take plane. Okay, plane of symmetry. In two-dimensional shapes, you have line of symmetry. Here we are going to take plane of symmetry. In case of three-dimensional shapes. Look at here. Three-dimensional shapes can be symmetrical. This chair, one example here he has given, there is a chair. Okay, the second picture shows a plane of symmetry. Here, first one, this is just a chair, and here he is showing a plane. You just think there is a mirror. Okay, before the mirror, after mirror, both the parts looks identical. There is no difference. There is no difference in width, length, height, any design also. Okay, then only they are called symmetry. Imagine a mirror on the plane. Suppose you think this plane is a mirror. So both the sides it looks same. From left side if you see, right side looks like the image of the first figure. From right side if you see, then it looks the image as the first one. Okay. One half of the chair is a reflection of the other. If we take this is as the mirror, then the other part looks like the reflection in the mirror. Okay. We call it image. Okay. One example is given here. Look at this table. There is one table here. How many planes of symmetry does it have? Here, chair have only one plane of symmetry. Now here asking about this table. Does it have only one plane of symmetry or more than that? Horizontally one is there, vertically one is there. So there are two planes of symmetry for this table. Okay. Show them on a diagram here. Here he is showing. Okay. This horizontal one. This one is horizontal one. This is horizontal and this is vertical. Okay. Two planes of symmetry. Now let's see exercise. Each of these shapes has one plane of symmetry. So each one of these shapes have one plane of symmetry. Show them on drawings. So how we can show it on drawings, we are going to see now. Okay. Suppose if we take this first figure, is it how we can draw? Suppose if I draw like this, is it a plane of symmetry? No. Suppose if I draw from here, look at here through these points. If I draw, if I take a plane which can touch this and which can divide this figure. Suppose if I draw. These are 3D figures which we cannot show on flat surface. Just you have to imagine. Okay. So horizontally is not possible. Vertically it is possible. So look at here. I need to take the plane horizontally. Okay. Look at here. If you take the plane here in the center of that figure, this like this. Okay. If you take a plane here, then it looks like it divides this given figure into two identical parts. Okay, so the first figure we can draw the plane of symmetry like this. Okay, this is the plane of symmetry. Only one is possible here. Okay, Come to second one. Look at here, this figure. Horizontally you can't. Look at here, like this you can't divide it into two equal parts. So only one option we have, that is vertical, this one, this one. Okay, look at here. This kind of a plane we need to arrange. Okay, it is 3D figure. So how it looks like, here it is. Okay, look at here. If you take a plane like this, then you can see the image. The second part looks like the image of first part. Okay, so this is how we can draw the plane of symmetry. Come to third figure, this one. Here vertically not possible. Vertically it is not a shape where you can divide, but horizontally it is possible. Okay, exactly at the center if you draw horizontal line, then the top part looks like the bottom part same. Okay, in 3D figure how we can show it like this. Okay, this is the plane of symmetry for the third given figure. This is how we can draw the plane of symmetry in first figure, in second figure, and third figure. Okay. Yes. Next, go for question number 2. A has two planes of symmetry and B has three. Here A figure have two lines, planes of symmetry, and B has three. Show them on diagrams. Before we go to diagrams, if you see here, okay, just I can show by drawing a line. You need to imagine through that line there is a plane. Okay, look at here. From here I can draw one like this. I mean, there a plane will come which will show it clearly. Okay, that means I'm going to cut this solid there where I have drawn the line. Then in that case, I can divide into identical parts or not. In the same way, I can cut the same figure through this line also, horizontally also. Okay, through this line. Okay, here if I insert a plane, then it also looks like same. Look at here. Here, this is first one. One I can cut straight from top to bottom. Okay, vertically I can cut into two identical shapes. Horizontally also I can cut into two identical shapes. Okay, this is about first figure. Understood? Yeah. Come to second figure. What he has given? He has given a cuboid. He is saying that it has three. He already said that it has three. Now we need to see how we have three. Okay. Of course, we have one here. This kind we can draw one, and like this we can cut one. Where is one? Another one. Where is another one? Here. Here also we have. Okay, like this also you can cut now. Like this you can cut, like this you can cut, and in the middle you can cut here like this. Look at here. First I can cut from the top face. Okay, or I can cut from the left and right. I can cut in the center, or I can cut horizontally. Okay, this is one, two, three. Three planes of symmetry. First figure have two planes of symmetry, and second figure have three lines of symmetry. Here you need to identify in how many ways I can cut that solid into two identical parts. Okay. Yeah. Next question. The diagram shows an L-shaped prism. It is L-shaped prism. But here there is a L shape. How many faces? How many faces does it have? Faces. Now can you count the faces here? You try to count the faces and let me know how many faces does it have. How many faces does it have? Just see here, I will show you. Just follow the instructions here. Look at here, it is front face. So there is a back face, two. Okay, here left face, right face. Okay, 4. Top, base. How many? 6. Plus here we have two side faces. Here one 7, here one 8. Okay, these two are extra faces which you have to count. How many faces we can't see here in the picture because it's a 3D figure. All the faces are not visible from one direction. Okay, how many faces are visible here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are visible. And how many are not visible? If front face is visible, back face is not visible. So that is 6. Back face is 6. Okay. Right side it is visible, so left side is not visible. That is 7. Top is visible, but not bottom. That is 8. So total how many faces we have here? 8 faces are there. Okay. Did you understand? It is easy to count the faces. Next, draw the object on isometric paper. How we draw the same object on isometric paper? Very easy. Here he has given here 4 centimeters. That means 4 units. You take the isometric paper, you take 4 triangles. Okay, from here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 centimeters. Okay, then length is 5 centimeters. So take 5 triangles from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then if it is 2 centimeters here, if it is 2 centimeters, what about this edge? It is also, of course, 2 centimeters only. So here I will take 2 centimeters. 1, 2. Okay. Now come to this part. How many centimeters it is? How many? 1, 2. 2 only. See properly. Check. It is 5 centimeters clearly given. It is 4 centimeters. He has given clearly. Okay. Look at here. This, all this. It is 2. That means it is 2. That means it is also 2. Parallel. Again, it is 2. That means it is also 2 only. Okay. This side is again 2 centimeters. It is 2 centimeters. Here I will take 2 boxes. Okay. 1, 2. Again height. Again 2. Yeah. Again I will take 2. 1, 2. Okay. Next. Here it is 3 centimeters. So opposite one also equal to 3 centimeters. These two are 3 centimeters. So from here I will draw 3 centimeters. From here I will draw 3 centimeters. Then I will join this. Then it is again 2 centimeters he has given. If it is 2, parallel one is again equal. That is again 2. So here I will take 2 centimeters again. Here also I will take 2 centimeters. Then it join. After that again he has given 2 centimeters in the picture. So again you take 2 centimeters. 1, 2. Parallel one again equal. Again 2 centimeters. 1, 2. Join. Here we got the figure. Okay. According to given measurements, you have to take the number of triangles. Okay, base of the triangles. Okay, first I have drawn 4. From the end point, I have drawn 5. From the end point, upside 2, then side again 2. Again 2. Join. Again 3. 3. Join. 2. Here also 2 centimeters. Join it. Again 2 centimeters. Again 2 centimeters. Join this. Finally, total figure is on isometric paper. Okay. To the same prism, what he want, the prism has a plane of symmetry. What he saying that it has plane of symmetry. Okay, there is no doubt. Show it. We know that vertically you can't divide this into 2 equal parts. Vertically anywhere you draw the plane, but you will not get 2 identical parts. Only one option we have then, horizontal. If you take a plane horizontally, then you can divide into 2 equal parts. So horizontally I can draw. Horizontally I will draw the plane. Okay, horizontally if we draw, then we can divide the given figure into 2 identical parts. Clear? Did you understand this? First, counting faces which are visible, you count first, then which are not visible, also you have to imagine. Front face is there, back face is not visible. Right face is visible, so left face is not visible. Top is visible, so bottom is not visible. All those things you have to count. Then drawing isometric paper is very easy. Just count the here centimeters is given. So each centimeter is one base of the triangle. 4 means 4 triangles you have to cover. From the end you have to start. Every time from the end point you have to start. Okay? Yeah. Did you understand this? So next go to question number 4. First is asking draw a cube. Show a plane of symmetry that passes through 4 edges but no vertices. Passes through 4 edges. Okay? But no vertices. It should not touch the vertex. Okay? Cube, you know that how to draw an isometric paper cube. Okay, he did not mention an isometric paper, so you can draw it simply also. But if you draw an isometric paper, you will get accurate, perfect. Okay, 2 centimeter. If you take all sets, will come 2, only 3, like that. So here I am taking here 2 centimeters. Start from here. I will take 2 centimeters. One side. From the end again 2 centimeters. From the end again I will take draw here 2 lines. 1 and 2. Okay. Then from here again I go up, it is 2 centimeters. You join these two. From here 2 centimeters. From here also you draw 2 centimeters cube, so you cannot change the size. You have to take all 2 centimeters only. If you want to take 3, you can take, no problem. Yeah, in that case you have to take 3 each edge. Okay. Now it is, I have drawn the cube. Now I want to draw a plane of symmetry that passes through 4 edges but no vertices. These are the vertices. These are vertices. We should not touch, the plane of symmetry should not touch these vertices. Okay. So in that case, in 2 ways I can draw this. Suppose in the given answer here, it is like this. Okay. This is the plane of symmetry which you have drawn. Otherwise, you can draw like this also, no problem. Here also we are going like this also we can draw. Like this also we can draw one more plane of symmetry. Look at here, that's why I have given here other diagrams are possible. Okay, someone may draw from as given, set other people may think in different, no problem. In B question, draw the cube again, the same cube. Suppose if you take 2, 2, you take the same cube. If you take 3, 3, again you draw the same cube. This time what he's asking, show a plane of symmetry that passes through 4 vertices. Here you want 4 vertices. So look at here, I'm drawing here. It is 1 vertex, 2. If I join here, it will not is plane of symmetry. That's why you have to take opposite. Okay. 3, 4. You have to take all 4 opposite vertices. Understood? Yeah. Suppose if we take here, this side is opposite side is this one, origin. Diagonally have to take. Okay. So plane should go like this. Clear? These are all practical. You have already a subject also how to draw all these things. You can use that knowledge here. Last question, draw a cylinder. Simply he asked it, draw a cylinder. Okay. So you draw any one cylinder up to you. How many measurements is up to you. Either you are going to draw 5 centimeters, 6, 7, doesn't matter. You simply draw here. Suppose just example. Suppose I will take 5 centimeters here, then 5 centimeters here. Exactly parallel lines. Then I will join them using curved lines. Here I will join. Then I will join here with a straight line. Then it is curved. It is the curve. This is my cylinder. Now what he is asking? Draw a cylinder. Okay, it is done. Draw a plane of symmetry that passes through the cylinder, ends of the cylinder. Ends. Ends. Which are the ends here? Top and bottom. The lid and the base. Okay. So through vertical you have to draw in that case. This one only will touch the cylinder ends. Okay. This one will touch the ends of the cylinder. All the ends. Okay. It is going to touch. Next, draw a plane of symmetry that does not pass through the cylinder ends. So it should not pass through this part and this part. Okay. So it should not touch. So where you have to draw vertically, you cannot draw. In that case, you have to draw only horizontally. Horizontally, if you draw, it is not going to touch the ends of the cylinder. Here he wants to touch the ends of the cylinder. Here he don't want to touch the ends of the cylinder. Okay, clear? This is about plane symmetry in 3D or three-dimensional shapes. Okay, clear? This is our today's topic. Let's revise. Three-dimensional shapes can be symmetrical. In two-dimensional shapes, we have line of symmetry. Okay, but in three-dimensional shapes, we have plane of symmetry. Imagine a mirror on the plane. One half of the chair is reflection of the other. Two parts look same. Okay, one example is given for this table. Here we have two. It is one. It is two. Okay, it is three-dimensional, so you cannot show on plain paper. You have to imagine there is a plane. Okay, so it is the perfect answer for that. Each of these shape has one plane of symmetry. Show them. For this one, it is very easy to find. Only vertically we can fix it like this. If I take a plane like this, then only I can fix it. For second figure also same. From here, here only you can cut. Okay. For third one, you can cut like this. Okay. This up. Next, here what he is saying first. This first figure have two lines of symmetry. You know that one is like this, either one is from here, horizontally in the center. Okay. This one have three. Okay. First one is easy one. Take it here. Next, take it here. Then take it in the middle. This one, this center. Okay. In three ways you can draw. This is first figure two, and second figure three planes of symmetry we have to. Next, here is asking how many faces. First question, faces, visible faces are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which are not visible? This base is not visible 6, left side is not visible 7, and back side is not visible, that is 8. Okay, 3 faces are not visible, 5 faces are visible, total 8 faces. We have to draw the same figure on isometric paper. So 4 centimeters, so I will take 4 triangles here. Then 5 centimeters, I will take 5 triangles here. Then if this side is 2 centimeters, undoubtedly it is also 2. If it is 2, parallel size 2, 2, all these sides are 2. So I will take from here 2 centimeters, from here 2 centimeters, from here 2 centimeters, join the edge, again draw 3 centimeters, again draw 3 centimeters, and join these 2 centimeters again 2 and 2. It is again 2. Okay, because it is also join all that, you will get the figure. The prism has the plane of symmetry, show it. Now we are drawing the plane of symmetry to the given prism. Okay. Yeah, first he's asking you to draw a cube, show a plane of symmetry that passes through 4 edges. Okay, but no vertices. You should not touch any vertex. 4 edges in the middle. Either you take vertically or horizontally, doesn't matter. In both the cases, it will touch. Okay. Either you draw this vertically also, it is not going to touch any of the vertex. Okay. Here he has taken horizontally, you can draw vertically also. Okay. Next in B question, it should touch 4 vertices. Okay, but not the edges. 4 vertices when you want to join, you have to draw it diagonally. Only diagonal in 3D shape will touch 4 vertices. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, through this diagonal. So diagonally how to draw this. Okay. Come to last question. Draw a cylinder. Simply as per your measurements, you can draw it, no problem. Need not to draw everyone same. Someone may take 5 centimeters, someone may take 4 centimeters, doesn't matter. Take it and draw the cylinder. Draw a plane of symmetry that passes through the circular ends. These are, okay, the top and the bottom. These are the circular ends. Okay, circular ends of the cylinder. Draw a plane of symmetry that does not pass through the circular ends. Here it is not passing through circular ends. Here it is passing through circular ends. Understood? This is our fifth chapter. What we have seen in this chapter, just summary we see here. The angles of a regular polygon are all the same size and the sides are all the same length. Then it is called regular. Regular polygon means angle should be equal, length of the side should be equal. That's the first point. Okay. The sum of the interior angles of a polygon with n sides. What is the formula? N minus 2 in bracket times 180 degrees. The sum of the exterior angles of any polygon, 360 degrees. The angle properties of parallel lines and polygons can be used to solve problems, but angles and explain reason. Okay, about angles and explain reason. Three-dimensional shapes. Here, what properties we have used in parallel lines? Alternate angles are equal. Okay, and corresponding angles are equal. Allied angles or co-interior angles are supplementary. These properties we have used. Three-dimensional shapes can be shown as diagrams on isometric paper or by drawing plans and elevations. Three-dimensional shapes can be shown as diagrams on isometric paper, okay, or by drawing plans and elevations. In isometric paper, we use equilateral triangle. Plans and elevation, we use square paper, okay. Plan means the view from the overhead. Overhead view is called plan. On side views, front view, left view, right view, these are all called elevations. Three dimensions can have reflection symmetry or plane of symmetry. Okay, reflection symmetry or plane of symmetry, you can see. Three-dimensional shapes can have reflection symmetry. This is what you have seen in this chapter. You should be able to, if you know about this chapter, you should be able to calculate the interior and exterior angle of any regular polygon. Okay, first exercise. Prove the formula for the sum of the interior angles of any polygon and that the sum of the exterior angles is 360 degrees. Exterior angle is 360 degrees and interior angle n minus 2 times 180 degrees. Solve problems by using properties of angles, of parallel and intersecting lines, and of triangles, other polygons and circles, and explain reason. Draw 3D shapes on isometric paper. Analyze 3D shapes through plans and elevations. Draw a plane of symmetry on a three-dimensional shape. These are the things which we have seen yesterday and today. Recognize and use spatial relationships in 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions. Draw accurate mathematical diagrams. Present arguments to justify solutions or generalizations using symbols and diagrams or graphs and related explanations. All these things you should be able to do by the end of this chapter. Okay? I know you now you can completely focus on Monday's exam. As you know, your syllabus is from chapter 1 to chapter 5. It is only multiple choice question. There will be no written work. Just you have to select A, B, C, D, but you have to work out that problem. That's why I have given 90 minutes time in the exam. Okay. And there is homework. This one you can do after your exams are finished. Once your exams are finished, then you can do this homework. Okay. Homework page number 54, end of unit review, question 1 to 7, all. This one you can do after your examinations are finished, when you will get holidays. Okay, then you can do this.